Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, the only YouTuber that shows you full games of all the tips and schemes I post on my channel. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So guys, new to my channel, make sure to subscribe button. Also the notification icon so you can never miss an upload. So guys, I want to talk about a defense that I like to use down in the red zone, basically 10 yards and in. And I find that a lot of people online really struggle with it just because it really messes up a lot of their reads and what they're assuming you're going to do. So you can find this in a 43 defense. There's other defenses you can find it, but in particular, the defense that I like to run is this particular defense. It's the safety blitz 3, the safety blitz 3. The particular reason why I like this is that basically I'm going to have both my safeties in yellow zones, which means they're going to play the seams and the areas of the field that my opponent might be trying to attack when they're inside the 10-yard line. And then also what I do is I can go ahead and complement this with routes where I can actually go ahead and take away the sidelines and the underneath. So other plays that you could find this in, let's see here. Dime has a similar play that you can actually use, which would be the 3 double buzz. Same setup. Obviously, dime package, probably something you don't want to be using down when you're in a situation where you're probably using a lot of heavy sets. And conceptually, another way that you can run this too would be similar to basically the cover 3 drop. This will basically put defenders down in flats and stuff like that. But the key to this defense really is just having those 2 safety positions in yellow zone. So let me go and show you how I set this up and why this is a great defense to use down in the red zone. So I'm going to respot the ball, and what I consider inside the red zone basically is the 10 yards and up. You know, obviously in the game the 20-yard is what you know, National Football League considers a red zone, but I say basically 10 yards up. And the reason why is that once you get inside 10 yards offensively, a certain route, you'll if you do like a deep comeback route, it actually turns into a fade route. So that's what I consider basically 10 yards out is the red zone, and this is how I set up the defense. So what you'll see right now is the safeties come down in the box. So that means I'm going to get better run support. Now, what I like to do initially is I like to do hard flats with my outside defenders, and then I'm going to go ahead and double click my safeties and put them into curl flats. So that's going to have those 2 guys in curl flats. Now, another thing too is that this guy right here, Clark, is actually going to fall back into zone, and all I'm going to do is use this guy right here, which is going to be my middle linebacker, just to make sure that he doesn't take off with a run. Now, as you can see right here, a lot of those seam routes that a lot of people actually use in this game are essentially going to be locked up, or you're going to take away the reads. So the key to this defense is, first and foremost, you got this guy going out to the flat. He's going to play the flat immediately, take away those fast flat hitters, and then you've got obviously the deep third that's going to take away any kind of a streak and stuff like that. Also, the key to the defense too is this side. This guy's actually going to fall into just basically a yellow zone. So if he tries to squeeze a ball over the top of this guy, he's going to be in that passing lane where you can make a play on the ball. And then on the back side, similar situation. We've got this guy coming out to the flat. He's playing a flat defender. And then obviously this guy's actually floating up into a zone too. Now this particular area of the field was wide open for a fast read, but the CPU missed it. And typically if the CPU misses it, most players online are going to miss these reads too. Now, one other thing I want to emphasize is I like to go ahead and have a baseline defense, because I don't want this guy over the top. I basically want him shooting out to make them not make the first read right away. So we're going to baseline. We're going to do underneath coverage, which would be hard flats. You could do over the top coverage and turn that into cloud flats to play the sidelines. And then we're going to go ahead and take our two basically safeties and put them into basically hook zones. Now, another option too is what you can do is you can go ahead and take your defensive tackle and put him on a basically on a spy, and this will actually go and cover up underneath, and then it'll actually go ahead and follow the quarterback if the opponent decides to go ahead and take off their quarterback. So that's a lot of times what happens is people will actually miss their reads, and because of that they'll take off their quarterback, and the spy will go ahead and take that away. Once again, these guys fall back in these yellow zones, so they're going to basically play this perimeter right here. This guy's falling back in this yellow zone right here. He's playing the perimeter, and then you could see this guy. You can see this guy right here playing basically his little spot route, and he's out there to go ahead and play that back of the end zone area that is susceptible to a lot of plays in the back of the end zone. This will take away those inside cuts they're very deadly down in the end zone, down in the red zone. If you really don't think this guy is going to basically take off this, if you don't think he's going to run the ball at all, what you could do is you could take your one defensive tackle, put him in a spy, and leave the other one in a 3-rec hook. And this is really going to go ahead and put a lot of defenders floating around in the defensive situation. And it's going to make it very difficult for him to make his read. So what I like about this defense is that it forces people to make a read. They don't see anything coming. And as a result, they'll have to check down or try to force something underneath. So you could see this guy's pretty much, there's a passing lane, but it's not really going to be there because this guy's falling back in zones. This area is going to be open too, or not going to be open to two because I'm back here. And then you basically got this you got this 3-rec hook. He's actually falling in the area, and I've also got the spy there too. So really good defense. I like to use it down in the red zone. It's susceptible to draw plays. So that's where you can actually get burnt is on a draw play. But I find that a lot of players online have a hard time basically trying to find the holes in this defense. And I've gotten a lot of stops. I've gotten a lot of situations where opponents basically can't get the ball in the end zone. So you can see right here, even though Beckham gets the ball close to the end zone, he hits the flat. And I've got a defender actually coming down and biting that position right there. And just because he misses the tackle, generally that's going to be a loss of yardage or just basically a minor gain. He's not going to typically miss that like that. You could see Beckham actually beat a few different people on that. But it's a lockdown defense inside 10 yards, something I use. I would definitely go ahead and use it if you're in a 43 playbook or you've got a custom playbook. It's just an OP defense that I've had great success with. So once again, I'm a subscriber. Thanks for your support. If you want to get these type of tips in advance, you want to go to my Patreon. I post stuff like this. I've got a full New England scheme that I've got online. I'm just going to go ahead and finalize it and put it in a book format. But for the most part, I've got 7 different formations broken down in New England red zone plays, and I'll be breaking down money plays as far as third down conversion plays. So thanks for support, guys, and until next time.